ride may be a long one, but at the end of it, there is hope!
You sure said it, Evan. My name is Victor from Unclenched.com and welcome to Ni no Kuni 2 Revenant Kingdom. When Ni no Kuni 1 was published in Western regions back in 2013, it took the gaming world by storm. Returning to a worldwide audience 5 years later was a big task the team at level 5 had to nail in order for it to be as widely accepted as its prequel. Without delay, we are thrown straight into the story. Ding Dong Dell has a new king named Evan, but before it can become fully official by making a king's bond with the Kingmaker, Ding Dong Dell is overtaken by his late father's most trusted advisor, Otto Mausinger. To make everything seem even more chaotic, a man named Roland appears literally out of thin air from another dimension and helps young King Evan escape Ding Dong Dell. Now on the run, Evan and Roland are desperate to find the last Kingmaker on the planet and start a new kingdom. One of peace and happiness, a place where people of all kinds can live in harmony. Evan, Roland, and his new friends that join the journey along the way make their way from kingdom to kingdom in the hopes that they will join their treaty so that they can start this new era of peace. What could go wrong? Well, obviously, a lot does, and it causes us to help and be helped by a large number of unique characters, each as interesting and well written as the last. The map isn't amazingly large, but within its boundaries are awe-inspiring set pieces. A gambling city with a Japanese theme that leaves everything up to the roll of a dice, including their taxes. A water city that is kept under the watch of a giant eye, where love is forbidden. A large city that was a technology business that grew so large that it became its own kingdom, and everywhere in between. Travel from treacherous mountains to grassy plains and across oceans where even harder enemies lie in wait in snow-scaped cliffside. Each section of the map is so well made that it has to be explored multiple times in order to find all the secret chests hidden within. A solid 90% of the story is told with just written dialogue, though the main sections of the game include cutscenes with expert voiceovers from a cast that doesn't have a weak link. Each new area of the map is littered with enemies of a relevant skill level to the section of the story you are at. Early in the game, you'll find it quite easy to keep up, but if you don't actively seek out battles, then you might find yourself quickly falling behind that level mark. For most of the game, I found it to be exceedingly easy. I went into each boss fight, of which there are many by the way, without even flinching or trying. For the most part, Ni no Kuni 2 offers no real challenge where combat is involved. I found myself growing increasingly bored during combat due to its unchallenging difficulty that I skipped fights. Little did I know that this would affect me greatly towards the conclusion of the main story. I was suddenly at least 5 to 10 levels lower than each foe was, and I required a considerable number of items each main fight to keep myself and my team alive. But at least now things were interesting, which makes me wonder if the option of a difficulty setting would have been a big positive for this title. In most RPGs, we are given a choice to explore more and take on more side missions, but in Ni no Kuni 2, it almost seems mandatory in order to keep up to the average level of the monsters that are in that next area that you are required to go. Luckily, skill level does come into play in battle sequences. Square is weak attack, triangle is a strong attack. Pair them together to create combos that are unique to each of your allies. One of the best things about Ni no Kuni 2 is that you can use the character you prefer. To begin with, we use Roland, that focuses heavily on the sword and his distant weapon of a gun. Evan himself can use swords and a wand, while the other party members can use a combination of the swords, wands, axes, hammers, spears, and bows and arrows. Before each battle, you can choose any 3 members of your party, which can make for some epic visuals when your special moves are all being used. As you level up, characters unlock new abilities such as flaming sword combos, moves that can help your allies, and skills that are as simple as using a fireball. These skills, once again paired with the right choice of character, mana management, as well as your skill to use the block and evade technique, means that you can tackle opponents of a much higher level. To help us further, the world has a very strange creature called a Higgledy. Higgledies are extremely adorable, but also deadly, and they are all unique with there being a rough total of 100 of them to collect. During the battle, they will attack your foes by turning into a cannon or stunning them, as well as many abilities that I haven't even seen yet. In 40 hours of gameplay, I've only collected 16 of the 100. After each battle, your whole party gains XP and can unlock new items that have a chance of being dropped. There is so much loot that it would take me probably 3 hours to sell all the things that I have acquired to a vendor. Since each character can have a weapon of choice as well as armor, footwear, rings, and necklaces, there is plenty to manage. The rings can add extra damage to any elemental skill that you can use, such as wind, fire, water, or many more, and necklaces tend to be for more defense related reasons. Without spoiling anything, one of my favourite things to do in this game is managing the new kingdom Evan is building. Build weapon and armor shops as well as shops that let you level up your skills in Higgledies. The more work you do in this town, the more influence you will receive in your newly founded kingdom. In Ni no Kuni 1, a collaboration with Studio Ghibli themselves drove the art style. However, in Ni no Kuni 2, this collaboration is no more. But with the return of former Ghibli character designer Yoshiyuki Momosi, this game looks just as amazing, if not better, than the first. As I mentioned before, the voice acting is perfect, and to accompany this, the composer did an astonishing job of making each scene and moment in this game feel grander than it was. For the last week, I've been on a unique adventure that, despite being fairly easy and uncomplicated, was enjoyed the whole way through. The visuals and writing and the sound all come together to completely immerse you into a universe that is filled with so much care, love, and detail that you could never fully appreciate it unless you go out there and play this game. Ni no Kuni 2 would have benefited greatly from a difficulty setting, but that doesn't keep it from being one of the best titles I've played this year. I give this game a 9 out of 10. Thank you so much for watching this review. If you enjoyed it, we do plenty of reviews and other content of this channel, so give us a like, give us a subscribe. Have you played this game? Leave a comment in the comments below. Let us know what you think. Thank you very much for watching. See ya.
I'm coming home.